I think it was good. I think it's a challenging thing. I think I said this last week. You come back off of such a long layoff, 5-6 weeks of layoff from competition. So a lot of times you really get to see who's done what over break, who's kept up with their training. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I think there were some areas where, from practice during the week, I knew we were going to be a little bit behind schedule, but all in all, it was a good meet. Like you said, great competition, awesome facility. I think it's good to open up on a 300-meter oval because it's just not as hard on the body as a 200-meter flat track. So I think we got a lot of good objectives accomplished, and looking forward to this weekend. Looking forward to a couple more opportunities. We're at a point now with our men's distance group on the top end where we need some unique competition to get the jobs done that we need to get done. And so this is a meet that presented itself to us, and we'll be able to take a group of 5K guys on Friday for that. I think that'll be really good for them in terms of opening up on that race distance. And then Josh Bates, who's a freshman, he's going to go run the 500. I think he has a good chance at making a run at the school record in that event. And again, 300-meter track, some Division I and Division II competition. I think it'll be a good environment for everybody there. And then Saturday it's at BW. Coach T's Invitational. He was my coach and mentor. Almost like a father to me for quite a large portion of my life. And so I wouldn't miss that meet for anything. Getting to see his family and everything, and being back on my old stomping grounds where I went to undergraduate. And it's a good competition where I think that it doesn't have an atmosphere where people are going to get anxious. I think it's pretty low key, and but it provides people with a fast running surface and decent competition. And I know I told the team yesterday that I think we could take a lot of top 3 spots in the meet. I think we're in a good position to do that, and I think that regardless of marks, I think a little bit of placement success is good this early in the year, and especially going into the duel with Carnegie the following week, where there's a lot of emotion and adrenaline involved in that. And so I think it's a good step in that direction.
Hi, I'm Grace Jackson. I am a junior data science major, and I'm on the varsity track and field teams here at Case. I got an internship this summer at KeyBank. I'm going to be working with the enterprise payments department. I'm still not totally sure what I'll be doing this summer, but I'm excited to find out and learn more about banking and working with financial data and just applying my major to that side of things. Basically, the fact that it can be applied to pretty much anything, and the fact that we're living in a very digital age, and now data is being collected on everything, and there's so much data everywhere. They call it big data. So I was curious about what that means and the problems that come with that, and how people are trying to work on those problems, and just how to work with all the data that we have in the most efficient way to improve the way that we do things. Last summer, I did research through the National Science Foundation. I was working with satellite image data, so just another application of data science in that way. But it was just my first experience working with a professor on research, and just my first exposure to what that would look like. The program was designed to introduce the involved students just to the research process. So you were just paired with a professor and you worked with them on their ongoing project, and they gave you the option to kind of pick your project. So I was curious on how I could use this satellite image data to see how post-earthquake the ground around like a tunnel would shift more, because the program was very pro underground infrastructure and trying to educate people about how tunnels can be used to improve our infrastructure system. So I decided to study how, during the event of an earthquake, how unstable can a tunnel become, and how does the ground above it get affected. So that's what I use the image data for. I would definitely recommend CASE to people who are looking at schools to apply to, especially if they're interested in the programs that we have here. But we do have quite a lot of programs, so you can pretty much study almost anything, at least from what I know. I think the people here are great. The people really make CASE what it is. Definitely some of the nicest people I've met, but also the most hardworking and some of the smartest people I've ever met as well. So I feel like the environment is really positive. And I like the general energy here. I like that it's a STEM school. I like that you can start pursuing your passion pretty much right out of freshman year. So I would recommend that to people who are looking for that kind of thing.